If you've come into Elm from JavaScript, you've presumably used one of the various JavaScript frameworks, Mocha, Jasmine, QUnit, whatever, there are others. And in these you basically create basic assertions where you might say have a function that, I don't know, sorts a list, and you might say something like, if you wanted to test that, you give it a list of 3, 2, 1, and you sort it, and you assert that the list is now 1, 2, 3. Now, you can do the same thing in Elm. There's a package called Elm Test, easy to remember, that includes basic unit testing, and you can create test suites with it to test your code. The main page of the Elm Test package includes a lot of useful guidelines. And so you can do that, and we'll show you how to do that in this example. Here we have a simple Elm test. This was taken from just the examples in the Elm test suite. You can also see there how to generate the appropriate directories. It has a little macro that does this. And we create a value, palindrome, it's a string that can be reversed. And then we expect that palindrome will be equal to its reverse. And if you look at the string, you'll see that that should be true. So let's go run that test. And you see it passes. Let's try to make it fail. All right, HANA 3 is not a palindrome. And you can see here we get 1, and 3 HANA is not the same as HANA 3 because this is not a palindrome. And so you can see that here we have a nice failing test, and we could go and fix that. And now our test passes. Now, of course, in reality, you'd want to test some actual code, not just string.reverse, but you get the general picture. So that's how you would do a very simple example-based unit test in Elm. And I showed there was the Node.js-based command line test runner. There's also a HTML test runner if you prefer to see your tests in a web browser. It doesn't really matter in terms of the test, it's just what you're going to experience. I find generally that using the Node one is fine unless you're explicitly trying to figure out something that's like a browser incompatibility, where something works great in one browser but not in another or something like that. In which case the browser-based one might be very useful. Anyway, if that was useful, please click like and share this. And if you have questions or comments, please leave me a comment so I know how to improve these videos for future. And stay tuned, the next video will include how to do property-based testing.